under. Love. Love. With Mililli. Love. Hello. I'm Merlin Mililli. Welcome to the Love Show, where we grapple with the question, what is love? So today we want to know, does love make us whole? With a W. Complete. Does love make you whole? So I'm just going to get right to my little disclaimer here and now and tell you that whenever I say love, I don't mean sex. I never mean sex. We have proved in many an episode now that love is not sex. They're just not the same thing. With that in mind, the rest of humanity at large seems to disagree with me because the academic community, at least, keep confusing the two. Keeps confusing the two. They link them together all the time. And when I went to do research for this show, they didn't disappoint. So we can agree, though, that sex does not make you whole. And that is what the academics seemed to say when I was researching, does love make you whole? And they were like, no way, because sex does not make you whole. Another person does not make you whole. But love might, if it's separated from sex, which the academics have a hard time doing. We proved in our necessity episode that we need love to survive as humans. I cited the Budapest Early Learning Intervention Project, which found evidence that when children and infants are starved of love and attention, their bodies do not grow as they should. And for every 3 months in an institution, a child loses an average of 1 month of growth. Loses 1 month of growth. And I quote the study, like love is the vital nutrient required to build the nervous system, they found. Deterioration happens even as a result of babies not receiving love. Deterioration of babies. Babies are not supposed to deteriorate. If you don't get love as a child, it also affects you as an adult. If you make it there to adulthood, because babies need love to even make it to adulthood. But also to be a healthy adult. We still need love even as adults. My whole studio creaks in the wind. It's totally the studio creaking. It's windy out today. Up here on the mountain, it gets pretty windy. So, love makes us. Love makes us, but does love make us whole? We need love to be created. Do we need it to be whole? Something I bring up in our necessity episode is emotional neglect. Since the necessity episode, I have made an instructional video it's a guided meditation called In the Womb. And I made it because of my own emotional neglect, and I found meditating in that fashion to be useful. Fill in my little gaps. But I also thought it might be useful for my daughter, who was a preemie. She was 1 pound 7 ounces when she was born. You could hold her in your hand. She was so tiny. And I thought the video might help her and others who were preemies or others with emotional neglect to heal, to fill in those gaps with love. Motherly love. Check it out. It's on my Love Show channel in videos back between seasons 1 and 2. You can tell the seasons apart visually. Season 1 is red and season 2 is green and gold. Easy to find. Quick scroll. Anywho, with the meditation, I found love to make me whole. I created the meditation for love to make not only me, but my daughter and any other preemies or people with emotional neglect whole also. Because I think love does make us whole. All of the academic experts say no, but all of the academic experts seem to be confusing love with sex. As I have already discussed, love is not sex. Sex is not love, and sex does not complete you, but love does. The Budapest study shows that babies need love for mere survival. Love show studies show that we need love. How is that not love completing you? That need for love to survive. Why is that not completing us? Making us whole? Makes us, it seems to complete us, even if we don't complete in the womb. My daughter's taller than me now. She's almost complete. I'm an artist. They're my masterpieces, my children. The academics in their articles and their blogs all warn that another person cannot complete you. No, not with sex. Get your minds out of the gutter, academics. A mother's love can complete her baby as it grows inside her. And it does. It's just the reality of childbirth. I know. I made 3 children in this here womb. And my love helped them grow. My love completed them. Their father's love completed them. I couldn't sleep without their father's love. For when Julia was in my belly, the preemie, he had to sleep with his hand on my belly because that was the only way she stopped swimming around and I could not be nauseous and throwing up. And I could sleep for a little bit. The Budapest study was done on infants in an orphanage. Babies out of the womb need love too. I don't see why we don't need love into adulthood. But babies certainly need love to grow. They're supposed to grow. They need someone to love them enough to wipe their butts when they are too small and unable to do so for themselves. They need someone to love them enough to feed them and keep them clean and safe. But as we age, don't we need someone to do these things for us again? Doesn't it come back around? Often it is our children. Some children, like my sisters, plan to send their parents to a home. Despite my emotional neglect that I was given, I'd take care of my parents if they'd let me. But they don't even like me, so they don't want to live with me. But I would take care of them better than they took care of me. Just because that's who I am. I don't believe in revenge, so it would probably go pretty well. Thank God for my grandmother, my Nana. She gave me an abundance of love. If I didn't get that, I'd have been starved for love. I might not have been at all. My dad changed my diapers and worked 2 jobs. God bless him. He loved me, but he was not a great example of loving myself. He busted his butt. Didn't spend a lot of time on him. Again, I do not mean sex with yourself or anyone else. British academics, with your minds in the gutter, love is not sex. My father did his best, but but I'm not sure he loved himself. And loving yourself is super important. And I think that example as a parent, loving yourself, is essential in raising a healthy child into a healthy adult. I was not very healthy for a long time. I'm getting better. Always a work in progress, right? Loves helping. On our Love IQ show, we cited studies from the Institute of Heart Math that showed that we have about 40 neurons in our hearts that beat our brains into existence and enable us to have a beating heart without having to think about it. Lisa Leonard at lisaleonard.com has a blog from 2016 entitled Love Makes Us Whole. She has this to say about love making us whole. I quote, "While none of us wish for pain, pain makes us tender. Tenderness nurtures compassion. Compassion helps us forgive. Forgiveness teaches grace. Grace gives us hope. Hope makes us brave. Bravery enables us to love. Love makes us whole." Love really does make us whole. Not sex, but love. So, if you do not feel whole, love yourself. Love yourself by doing the in the womb meditation. Or have a nice walk, or a nice bath, or a nice nap. My dad did take a lot of baths. He had a really nice tub with the jets. Maybe that was his hymn time. I take a lot of baths too. I wonder if that's where I got it. You can make yourself whole again by loving yourself. And all the academics say that by loving yourself, you attract more love. And that love grows. And that love is growing because, friends, love makes us whole. People full of love, whole from love, make up a whole place full of love that's growing. I love you. Thanks for watching. Make your life whole. Make your love whole. Love! A Mililli Studios production.